these channels, there are all these pathways of nerves. They can all be affected in different ways to have certain causal effects, causal changes that are desired. Think about all through history how many people died, and they were so desperate that their analysis of the body and their analysis and access to different concoctions of tree bark and insect shells and all of this stuff all had some potential chemical molecular intuited or experimentally verifiable consequence that could be used to convincingly claim that some treatment protocol was effective. Billions billions and billions of practitioners of acupuncture. I'm sorry. No. Well, acupuncture is an example of desperation, the realization that the sensitization of the body to different sectors can draw conscious energy, can initiate these immune responses that can occur because the needles that are used are so fine, they're so thin, they're so subtle, they're so gentle. So that's another thing where gentleness, gentleness reigns. Gentleness, kindness should reign. Collaborative reconciliation should reign in the political world. It should reign in the philosophical world. It should reign in the economic world. Because given all of our technology, all of our knowledge, all of our inheritance, all of our parents, and all of our ancestral generations, we are their legacy. See, align your body along these centers, along these points of maximal muscle usage. If you go to the gym and you do chest press on any machine, you need to do it without the force in order for you to get sensitized to what it feels like to only push the air away in those directions. Oof. See, all of my positions are still along these meridians. I'm utilizing all of the muscles to resist gravity. And because of that, my spine doesn't have to take on that responsibility. It's removing the responsibility for gravity absorption away from my spine. You know, it's really a simple principle.
The closer you bring them into your body, hands or feet, whatever the distance, whatever the dimensions of those extremities, you're reducing the force of gravity on them. It's about this time every day that I debate on whether to fast. It's so hard when you've got all these tomatoes, all these carrots, and all these greens. You got to guard your body just like you garden the soil. The soil isn't dirty, but it does. We need to be exposed to it, and then we need to be cleansed of it. Oh, have you noticed that these all have cushions now? That's how I'm always keeping my spine on. In order to do that, I've got to keep my glutes activated. I've got to keep everything opposing gravity from the least distance away from contact possible. See, I think this might be it because my feet and my hands can touch. See, maybe this is what everybody feels because they don't have these decades of handicapping. Maybe this is what everybody feels. Oh, see here, I can kind of pull all 10 of my toes. I can activate them in kind of they can support the force of gravity. They can support the body in opposition to the force of gravity. I wonder if I should take a podium throne to this school board meeting tonight.
Hmm. Ah. Ah. Mm. Mm. How many American universities have sister universities in China? We should have mutual exchange programs of all disciplines. Every year, there should be funding for that. What geopolitical relationship is most important? We need people who have experiences there. Now, I think you all should finance that. We need to see, we need to experience firsthand how the 农民, 城市民, how the city people and the country people, how the peasants live. There was a generation of intellectuals, all who had experience with the peasantry, all who had that balancing impact, all of whom thirsted for knowledge because they now had the sense of the extremes. They had too much of the extremes. You don't need to spend years in the countryside. But if you're trying to maximize the human labor to harvest grain, which is the only way you can repay your Soviet debts, you need all the people you can get out there. When the people aren't buying the industrialized amusements and trinkets, when you've got the trucks, when you've got the tools that communism could provide in their basic necessity, you could provide doors and windows and air conditioners and yeah. Everybody was smelting steel. That was another national project. They were harnessing all of the human energy and not in a totally wasteful way. It was wasteful. Too much of those experiences. They were limited in the technology that they could use to give people that simulation of the experience such that they could get the benefits, get the gratitude, get the sense of appreciation of that from which we just came. And at a personal level, now they could relate to people because they all had that common experience of working in the countryside. That became the unifier for the population. Everybody needs that. Every community needs a common book, a common religion, a common philosophy. Oh, what was the sayings of Chairman Mao? A little book, you can put it in the back of your pocket. What would Mao do?